Checking 1 2, checking 1 2. Just stopping by to see what is going on. Make sure that I'm not making sure, trying to see if, oh, it's look good. I like that. I don't know how people put up with that. Let's talk like this. All right, so I'm doing a system check this morning. I got up this morning to do a video series I've been working on and started shooting it. It just didn't look right. So we're going back to the drawing board. Yeah, so back to the drawing board it is. I am didn't really have anything going on. I'm just a little disappointed in myself. I was like, man, I thought this was going to be a good video, and got in and started recording it. It did not look good. It did not sound good. So back to the drawing board, back to the drawing board. All right. So, but now I do want to check. So what I'm doing is I have some, I need to turn the lights on in this piece. Hold on 1 second. Mm-hmm. And now I'm back. Come on. All right. So I want to make sure this audio sounds good. So I'm trying to pull it in and see how it looks, how it sounds, not how it looks. Sorry about that. But yeah, the intent was to do a nice little video, and I got here. I'm like, who wrote this script? I'm like, wait, I wrote this script. Why is the script like this? I don't like it. So back to the drawing board. So now let me just check audio. I got some people in the building. What's going on, Q? Good morning, Fred. I see you, man. I need to holler at you. I'm gonna probably call you when I leave from here this morning. So I appreciate you, brother. So I got these newer wireless mics, which are pretty dope, man. They're pretty cool. And of course, this is the microphone. So I was testing out to see how it worked. And I was like, oh yeah, I could shoot this video series this morning. I could use the little mics. Kind of like a fail, but it is what it is. So hopefully you all are having a great Saturday, getting started, or at least starting to have a great Saturday. I've been up for a while. I don't know why I've been up this early, but it is what it is, as usual with me. And oh, let me look at this. What's going on, Eladio? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, Fred, I'll hit you up when I leave from here. I was just testing out. I'm assuming it sounds good according to you all. Can you give me a thumbs up? Those are checking me out, especially if you actually thought I was going to be talking about something. I do want to apologize up front. So thanks so much, Oscar. Epic as in old man looking. Okay. I think that's probably what I qualify for now at this point. Let's see. So you can hear me loud and clear. All right. Is it possible that y'all can hear the cars that are riding by? I know that probably you're like, what the heck? There's cars riding by. So I'm testing. There's like a little noise cancellation on this joint to take out all the background ambient noise. So it does a lot of processing on the back end. I'm sorry, at the microphone level. So you don't have to go back in later on and edit it out, which is kind of cool. So I'm just wondering, you probably can't hear them. So nobody said they can hear any of the cars going by. Okay, cool. There probably won't be, but usually there's a train that rolls through. I would love to hear if y'all could hear the train going by, because that would be a game changer, because it can be pretty loud. But thankfully, the studio is soundproof. So on that side, at least on this side, it hasn't been properly sound treated. So we'll see what happens. And I am looking at this. It looks pretty good. Okay. Looks good. Oh, by the way, I repurposed an old cell phone. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? If you are looking to make content, if you're looking to do YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or TikToks, I'm going to actually make I'm going to call it a grocery list. I'm going to make a grocery list of the things that I've used, the things I found useful, that I think are beneficial, that are not going to break your budget. So maybe I'll make one for, like the mobile setup, and then one for, like you've seen in the studio next door. Now I bring that up because I'm using an old Samsung phone with the connector for these newers. These are like $110, and they're pretty top notch. And so so I'm doing this on a cell phone. I'll take a picture of what I'm doing right now. Wait, I can't share it with you though. Rookie mistake. All right, so I'm taking a picture of what I'm doing right now. And I'm just using a repurposed phone. Actually, it's pretty old phone too, now I think about it. But the picture looks fantastic. So I just connected this wireless setup to that, and it's off to the races. And this thing's kind of dope because it comes with two of them. So here's the other one right here. And you can pin it to your shirt, all that kind of jazz like that, put it out of the way, kind of be secret, or you can be like me doing interview style. And I think it works pretty good. Me and Taylor practiced with it yesterday, and she was on the other side of the room, and you would thought she was sitting right in front of it. So that's kind of cool. And then I'm just using an old tripod. I don't want to say old. This has been my faithful tripod. I ain't even lie. This thing's been coming in clutch. So I will. Okay, yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm gonna call it a grocery list. I'll make just a list of things I've used, especially if you have an old cell phone. You're off to the races. If you got an old cell phone, you already got more than enough, especially a modern cell phone. You're probably gonna be off to the races. So if you're trying to make content, I'll do that, and I'll put that together probably today. Because Lord knows I don't have my video to edit because I trashed it when I got in. I was like, this is not working. And I wrote the script, and I just like, what in the world what was I writing? A train. Okay, I'm gonna turn the noise canceling off. All right, okay. I'm gonna be quiet. So behind my studio is a train tracks, and where my office is located is off the Marietta Square. So the train has to blow as it's coming into a populated area. I don't think y'all can hear it because I can barely hear it. And if you can hear a train, put a train emoji in the chat if you can hear a train a train running by. Man, can y'all hear that? I can hear it because I know it's coming. Oh, so you can't hear the difference. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? And now. Can y'all hear that? Wow. Okay, you can hear it. Really? Okay. All right, so the train, okay, interesting. So in the main studio, the microphones are really there. We've already tuned the microphones for that kind of shenanigans with the train coming by. So if we could hear it, there's actually an option where we can actually reduce all studio sound as well as the microphones themselves are tuned in. So if you talk off axis and stuff like that, it doesn't catch it. So it's very hard. We actually have to work really hard to catch train noise in the main studio. But the side studio where I'm in right now, don't talk, okay? But the side studio, there's a window right here. Let's see, as I put my face in the thing. All right, that's a window, and there's no sound treatment. And so that's probably where the sound and the vibrations come through, because there's no sound treatment right there. Whereas on the other side, the window has been soundproofed and all that kind of stuff. All the gaps and all that have been filled in. This side, not so. as we're looking at maybe utilizing this room as a real studio, I might have to I will have to eventually clog up that window and soundproof it, because that's more like where the sound was coming from. But I appreciate it. Thank you. What's going on, Rob Mays? What's up? I see Kate up in the building. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning. I appreciate you. Yeah. So, and this is a really long train. I can hear the train still running by, but it's not, as the engine comes into populated areas, it has to blow the horn, the warning signal. And so it's already out of range, but it's probably a pretty long train, because I can still hear it passing my building, but y'all probably hear that. All right. So when I turned on the noise, I'll have to go back and watch now. So when I turned on the noise canceling, you all recognize that you could not hear it. But when I turned it off, you said that you could. So, okay, cool. I appreciate it. That was a good experiment this morning, albeit I did not set out for it. All right. All right. So look on the YouTube. It looks like it's pretty good. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. I just was checking that out, and let me check this out. Okay. So if you're familiar with microphones, this little thing right here is called a windscreen, or if you know the name of this little weird thing right here, put it in the chat. It has a really weird name. And no, it doesn't. It's not Jason's beard, but it actually has a weird name. But I'm going to take it off. And these come with this little newer thing. I'll put that on the grocery list. Okay. Does my voice sound different now? Now that I've taken off this windscreen, does it sound different? It does look like a shaving brush. I'll give you that. A lot of us says he thought I was talking. That's exactly what it looks like, in my opinion. I agree. Right. I was going to shave. When I hit 1 million subscribers, I'll shave. How about that? And then I'll really be talking to a shaving brush. And get 10,000. If I get 10 million views on this video, I'll shave. I just lied to y'all too, by the way. Really, it does sound different. This is all I did not intend this to become a very useful live stream. I was just messing around with the sounds, but thank you. Okay. So when I remove this guy, the windscreen, it does sound different. Interesting. Now I know. I didn't try that. So now I know. I don't like when you pin it to your shirt though. It does not look good. I don't know. This does not look right. So I won't be doing that. So don't even worry about that part. But I appreciate that. Thank y'all. So we tried out eventually, maybe I'll take you on a tour so you can see how close this train is. Because I mean, it's really clear. So it's much clearer with the windscreen. Really? Y'all, that's dope. Thank you. So if you're not familiar, I actually have a podcast and content creating studio called Podium Studio. And I'm in my side studio. Let's just be honest. It's a storage room. All right. So I'm in my side studio, storage room. And I was going to do a recording this morning. I have intended for it to be a real bona fide studio. Got new chair, and all that stuff. It's just not come together. We haven't done anything with it yet. And sadly, it's got a lot of storage in here. So I don't like how much storage is in here. But anyway, I had intended this morning to do some content sitting in here, and got in here and started working on it. I had worked on the script last week. I said, I'm going to come here and record this morning. It just wasn't hitting. I was like, what in the world's wrong with the script? Anyway, so I decided not to do it. And then I just said, let me just check out these microphones and see how they work. And now here we are. But I'm substance over style. I agree. But so then I just said I would test out, make sure how these little guys sound. I've had them for a while. I've never used them though. I have these guys. I haven't used them. So then, me and Taylor tried them out yesterday pretty well. So I said, let me try them out again, because this is what I was going to use for my recording this morning. And now we're here. So I'm going to make a grocery list, kind of telling you what I'll do is maybe I'll just do a video kind of showing you all the different socials that I use, and, my Goodreads account, 'cause I'm still reading a book a week, and all that kind of stuff. And as well, the little grocery list of ways that you can start doing content with just your cell phone and maybe even a little mic from. So anyway, anybody know what this thing's called? And no, it's not called a shaving brush. You might know what this thing's called besides a windscreen. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all giving me some feedback. Thank you. All right. So this looks pretty dope. I'm going to do a quick, I'll do a quick tour and then we're going to get ready to bug out of here because I have got to, the reason I got up early is because I figured I would get done with this. Because I have got to, the reason I got up early is because I figured. The reason you turn the volume down, Jason. Great day. All right. All right, let's do this. All right. So you all will get a tour. All right. So here's it's not a storage closet. Stop calling it a storage closet. Okay. All right. There's a little. All right. So that's my little setup. That's where I was set up right there. And the infamous side studio. And I got some good ideas for it. Just haven't come together. I haven't done anything with it. All right. So let's just check out the studio. If you have not checked out the studio before. Okay, Google, turn on the studio. All right. So here is the studio. So we have 3 cameras set up, 4 microphones. I had no intention of doing that this morning, so I haven't turned anything over here. But so this is the studio. Same kind of lights that we have going on over there. Y'all know I like my lights. I don't know why. But we'll start from over here. Let's start on this side over here. So 4 chairs, 4 mics. Each mic has their own headphones. So the 4 headphones as well. We have 3 camera angles. And you can see now we were using fun fact. We were using an ATEM Mini. Now we're using a Stream Deck Mini. So you can literally just push the button. So you just push the button and it changes your camera angle. So anyway, we're using some Sony cameras. We got the Rodecaster right there. Most of you all are familiar with that. We had a Mac Studio M2 that we use. We also have so this is the mini Stream Deck, and then we have the regular size Stream Deck as well. But we use this in lieu of our ATEM Mini. By the way, if you would like to buy an ATEM Mini, let me know. There it is right there. And so our members and such like that utilize our studio for podcasts. They use it for open air discussions. We got some, we do a live stream from here now on a regular basis. We got a book launch coming out of here. Lots of good stuff, man. Lots of good stuff. And I'm sure you've seen the TV on before. So there's that. Here's our, the guests can actually see what they look like, what the camera angle looks like on this confidence monitor. We've used it as for Zoom calls. We've used it for, we've used it as a teleprompter sometimes and such like that. So that's that. And let me see. I think that's about all the cool stuff we can talk about here. So yeah, this is my studio. This is the one, the business studio. Most of you all have seen me at my home studio. And sometimes it's just easier just to walk downstairs, past the kitchen and turn on a camera, then come over here, even though this is not really far from the house. But if you want, I will give you, like I said, I'll do a grocery list of all of the light situations we're using. We like newer. So we have all newer lights here, whereas at home, I'm using all Elgato lights. What are these? These are Rode microphones. If you want a grocery list, let me know. I will put it together with all of the different things related to it. So you can, if you want to pick up some things, or if you see what we're using and you want to try it out in your studio or what you're doing, whatever like that, gladly. And if you have questions, definitely taking questions as well. I'll, if I don't see them right now, we'll deal with them accordingly. But so this is studio. This is Podium Studio. Thank you so much. Don't be logging into my email. I mean, it's my Wi-Fi. So that is that. Let me see. Oh, you know what? If anybody ever asks, okay, I'm thinking about building a studio, what are some things I should do first? What I would suggest you do is two things. One, check soundproofing. How quiet is a space that you're looking to have a studio in? Even if it's at home, just make sure it's quiet enough. Or what do you need to do to make it quiet enough? Because like this right here, I'm sure you all can guess what this is. This is a window, and we've actually had it soundproofed and a wall put over it, and that's where our screen hangs from. So first thing I would do is say make sure that your room is soundproof or can be soundproofed or sound deadened or acoustics treated, whatever. But then the next thing is make sure that you have access, ready access to internet. Notice I did not say Wi-Fi, internet, because one of the problems that we ran into early is that we didn't have hardwired internet in this side of the building. They have Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is really good. However, we need hardwired internet to run Zoom consistently. And you just don't want to be hamstrung to a router that doesn't work right or power outage or something like that. It might mess up with a router. So one of the things I would also suggest is make sure you have good internet. And I'm learning this because we had to pay to get fiber put into this unit because there's not fiber in this unit. And so it was a little bit of a hassle. So one of the other things is make sure you have good access to internet and not just Wi-Fi, but some kind of hardwired landline internet would be super helpful. It's going to help you out a lot, especially if you're trying to do this as a business, you're trying to do this as a profession, trying to do this on a consistent basis, putting out 3, 4, 5 pieces of content per week or multiple more. You want to make sure you have good internet. Wi-Fi is not bad. Now, don't get it twisted. Wi-Fi is not bad, but having landline, hardwired internet is a real big deal. I think also having soundproofing. So if you're not familiar, real quick. So this is my, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and just break the whole thing. So this is the office suite that I'm in. And y'all have seen this if you're following me on my regular channel. If you follow me, you've seen this before because I've done a tour of it. So this is where we are. Infamous. This is the infamous. All right. So this is the infamous Marietta Square that I'm off of. And there's that window. So that's the other side of my side studio. All right. Just doing a quick tour. If you're just stopping by, I was doing a mic check and lo and behold, it turned into a little tour. All right. So I'm going out the back door. All right. It is humid out here in Georgia. My goodness. All right. See that brown fence is? Just on the other side of the fence is where that train comes. So when I say it's close, I mean it's close. There's the train trestles right there. I mean the guardrails right there. So it's real close to my building. So I'm glad that y'all couldn't hear it because when I first got in here, you could have heard it. I mean, it was pretty loud until we started doing the soundproofing. So appreciate it. Let's see. I don't see any questions. So I think we're okay. All right. Looks like. Okay. I don't see any questions. So that's dope. And going back in here, there's our common area and such like that. I don't know what y'all know, but these couches are really comfortable. I'm just telling y'all. So, all right. So this is the studio again. And I've done a video kind of going over this before. It's on my channel. But, just wanted to tell you some of the things I'm learning. Having access to a regular studio like this, some of the things that you run into, some of the problems and hiccups, but some of them can be derailed if you just start with a good foundation. Like, again, making sure you have good soundproofing, make sure you have good, ready access to the internet. Those kind of things would be helpful. Make sure you have a good storage closet, not using old. We're going to appreciate y'all so much. No, I'm glad we were able to do that little tour. So if you have questions, I appreciate it. And if not, I'm just going to get ready to wrap this thing up. Today is Saturday. I planned to do this recording this morning and then this evening do a recap of what's been going on in the YSL, as well as the Judge Peterson trial and stuff like that. Or Judge Peterson case. I have a video coming up at 9:45 about Judge Peterson, Cynthia Peterson here in Georgia. I don't know what's wrong with us in Christina Peterson, please forgive me. I don't know what's wrong with us in Georgia. I have no idea. Atlanta must be stopped. I mean, we are really doing the whole most. But I broke for a moment. What happened? I wonder if it's because I put this over to the side. I wonder if I did that. Okay. Tomorrow, I will not be live streaming at all tomorrow. I'm going to pick up President Firstborn at school. However, I'll be back on Monday. So for sure. Let me see. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you for the advice. Thank y'all so much for giving me the sound check, all that kind of stuff like that. It's actually, fun fact, this thing is called a dead cat. I have no idea why. But some people call it a windsock. It is called a sock, a muff. But if you say a dead cat, everybody knows exactly what you're talking about. I have no idea why it's called a dead cat. And I'm not even a cat person, so I'm not even like cat adjacent. I'm not even cat sympathetic, so I don't know why. But it's called a dead cat. Go figure. Back to that point, I will be doing a live stream on Monday, doing everything like I usually do. So I appreciate y'all very, very much. If you could hit the like button, I appreciate it. Let me know what you think about it. If you don't mind, let me know what other if you don't mind, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the studio. Let me know if you are interested in the grocery list. Like I said, I'll probably sit down tonight. I think we have a little bit of time tonight. And I'll probably put it together. I have some ideas what I want to put in the list. So I'll make a list of, if you want to do a mobile studio. Oh, the train. Okay, let's go. The train is back. All right, let's go. Let's check it out. You're like, Jason, you're a dork. All right, let's see. All right. Okay, so I ran out here because I heard the train. So let's see if I'm going crazy. Yep, there it is right there. It's coming. All right, so this is definitely going to test. So I got the noise canceling on. Okay, noise canceling is off now. Noise canceling is off at this point. And so let's see how bad it is. And it's coming from this way. Yeah, here it comes. Okay, noise canceling is off right now. Can y'all hear the train coming? Do y'all hear it? I know you hear it now. Wow. Okay, noise canceling back on. Yikes. Yikes. That is crazy. I've never stood outside. I never knew how loud that thing was. All right, so that's how close that train is. So that's how close that train is. So when I say it's close and you can barely hear it in my office, I mean, that's some pretty good soundproofing. I think you all can attest. I've turned on the S Pen for some reason. Yeah, I'm using a Galaxy phone. Okay, so that's how close that train is to me. So it is, he said no difference. I heard it a minute ago, but then it grew up Hearing trains. I mean, it definitely is. It was surprising me. I've never lived near trains. So, but yeah, that was it. I just thought that was interesting. I want to hear what y'all thought about it. Okay, so I'll do that grocery list. I'll do a live stream, and thank you so much. That was dope that y'all would ride along with me. Appreciate you. Let's do this real soon again. So I appreciate that. I wanted to try these out, so that was super cool. Did a tour of the studio, all that good jazz. I appreciate y'all. So let's do this again real soon. Thank you very much. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace. Take care.